All right, I'm a little bit out of breath. Sorry about that. What's going on, guys? Vega here from SerpentX Special Forces. Chilling. Nothing really planned tonight. It's summertime, or it's getting hot here in North Florida. Who would have thunk it? And one of my GPUs is just warming up. So let's see here. This is going to be a chill stream. If you have any questions, at me, super chat me, whatever you got. But I'm just going to be chilling, chatting with you guys while I do this. You guys are actually going to be part of a video that's coming out in the future. So there's going to be times where I pause and you're going to hear me repeating myself because I'm talking to the other camera. But yeah, we're going to see what happens and go with it. I'm a little bit out of breath because I literally just popped this thing off off the rig. So it's the Asrock Challenger RX 5700 non-XT. If you're new to my channel, which matter of fact, let me move this over here. My channel has a lot of RX 5700 content on it. A lot. I mean a lot. I did a lot of RX 5700 content. And you can search channels, by the way. If I move over here and get out of your way, you can see there's a search option up here in the top right. So in the comments, anybody who's asking questions, there you go. You could just search that. So you can see 5700, 5700, 5700, 5700. One of the biggest things is right here, right? So the GPU that we have on deck has liquid metal on it. The problem is liquid metal would soak into copper, like bare copper, and kind of leave this residue, make it a little bit less effective. Nickel-plated copper is really what you want, but you don't want aluminum. However, I haven't had a bad experience. I just replaced the liquid metal on a regular basis. This time we're just going to stick with Cryonaut, except we're going to use Cryonaut Extreme, the big boy. So if you guys are not new to the channel, you know this is $100. I've had this, and I've been applying it to all my GPUs that do need a new form of thermal application. So yeah, the channel has a lot of content, and I talked about how this GPU really just pissed me off, how Asrock did just such a poor job. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I don't think you can. No, you can't. Desktop audio is muted. Let me skip the ad here. Sorry there, Mr. Ryan. But I talk about this GPU and what I had to do to actually fix it. And Asrock did. I don't even think I show it in this video. Did I not show it in this video? No, I just showed the thermal improvements. But basically, the teardown. There it is. So basically, there's no thermal pads in the backside, and you can see these tiny memory heat sinks on the front. Not a lot of surface area, so memory thermals are not really good. And then Asrock not putting thermal pads in the backside of the PCB really pissed me off. Unfortunately, if you look at the thumbnail of this video, let me go back and pause it. This right fan is dead. It's donezo. That's another thing or gripe that I have with this GPU upon first delivery. It just was making this a loud, annoying, like I don't even know how to explain it. It was really annoying. Probably just as annoying as me trying to imitate the sound. And, you know, I actually had to, it's actually in here. Let me show it to you real quick. I took freaking sticky notes, bro. I took sticky notes. And if you look, so there's one right there. And there's sticky note paper like literally behind here. And what I found out is if you add a little bit of pressure to this GPU shroud, the plastic shroud, it would stop that fan noise. But it's really the bearing. The bearing went bad. So it's quite unfortunate. It's not even, when did I put this video out? 2019. So it hasn't made it 2 years and the fan's already dead. I've been keeping it alive because every once in a while I'll just go over there and flick it and it will start spinning up, but then it will just die off again. So either way, here we are. Got to fix it. Let's do it. I got to check the thermal pads on the backside of the memory, and I'll explain the jank fix that I had to do. But yeah, if you're interested to see the full teardown and other videos that I did on the RX 5700, go to my channel. Search in the top right of all channels. There's when you click on search, the little magnifying glass, you'll be able to search whatever you need to. So anyways, let's do it. You guys right now are watching me do everything from my main camera, which is obviously looking at me. And then you have the Logitech Brio. Quality may not be that best because it is a webcam, even though it's 4K. But that is what you're looking at for the teardown shot. Of course, I don't have a full-blown studio like everybody else. So we're just chilling, man. I hope you guys are all doing well. Wifey's out working as usual. I don't often get to live stream, but when I do teardowns. I would like to say that, you know, promotion is key. Here's a little retention bracket. And you can see if I switch camera views again, you can see the little retention bracket actually has little rubber pieces, right? Because that's mounting on the back side. And then it's got little retention springs on the screws. But it's only those 4 screws. Those 4 screws right there is literally what's holding the GPU to the heatsink. And then there's 4 screws. The problem with the 4 screws that actually hold the backplate to the PCB is that most of the retention or tension on the backside is coming from the outer edges. So the memory pads that are on the inside here, especially this far side, is not getting any force. And so I literally had to bow the backplate in to get it undone. All right, let's see what this liquid metal looks like. This is probably gonna be very bad. All right, gotta be careful with the fan connection. Yeah, that thing is dried up, boys. So it looks dried up, but as the GPU heats up, it actually will perform, you know, relatively fine. Let me see. I hate these type of connections because they never want to come off. Oh, that's a lot of dust on the memory heatsink. I'll let y'all see in a second. Oh, come on, you SOB. Bear with me here, guys. For those that make fun of my hair, I know I have a receding hairline. I'm old. Shut up. Leave me alone. I'll check chat here in a second, see what you guys are talking about. There's the fan connection. Now, I have a plan for the fan connection, but we'll have to see. Also, I'm going to get some sandpaper. We're going to try to sand that down. Try to get a better surface area. It's not going to look all that great, but if I zoom in on it, you can see what I mean. Anti-static cord. Dan to Dane. So my anti-static cord in ModMat is out there in the living room. However, in my area, you don't have to worry about it as much. It's always good to wear an anti-static bracelet. However, with technology these days and how good PCBs and design of PCBs and the layer and all that stuff, it's not so much, it's not as big of a concern. Obviously, there's videos from Jay's 2 Cents and stuff like that where they literally just kept shocking a computer and it just would not die. Not saying that's a good thing, not saying you should be doing that. If you're going to be working on hardware, you generally want to wear an anti-static bracelet, but I'm not worried about it as of right now. I'm good, I'm discharged, all that good stuff. So let me show you this. You see how the liquid metal is dried up? It's not liquid anymore. Also, it absorbed into the copper heat plate or cold plate. Shut up, max voltage. Start calling you GPU grandpa? No, I don't know. I don't got a clever nickname. Somebody come up with a clever nickname for max voltage. But yeah. That's hardened. We're going to need to level that off. The core looks good still. And of course the PCB. I always like to inspect my PCBs. Make sure there's no capacitors that are expanding. But you can see the dust on that fin stack for the memory. And I mean, this is what happens when you run 24/7. Bear with me, guys. So I talked about this trick many of times. But if you take a soft bristle brush, you can very carefully clean your PCB without doing anything, because you don't want to knock off any SMDs on the device whatsoever. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I do need to go grab something from out in the main area. That is the sandpaper. So bear with me here. There should be some music playing now. I left it on the wrong camera view when I walked away. But let's try to hurry up, because right now my AMD system, my entire system is down just because of this one GPU. I leave it off only because the AMD drivers have been giving me so much issues, that of course when I turn it back on, now that that one riser is disconnected, all the GPUs are going to reset as far as their clocks and everything, and I'd rather just leave it off. So I immediately turned it off at 8 o'clock when I started streaming. That's why I started at 8, but I didn't officially come see you guys till after. I mean, this backplate literally just cooled down. So let's try to minimize downtime. We're already at 15 minutes. I'm just going to do it as fast as possible. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Here, Dan, I'll make you feel better. I'll take off my socks on a carpet while working on hardware. How about that? That make you feel better? Wearing socks on carpet while touching hardware? I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm just teasing you, bro. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get some light. Sorry, guys. You're in my way. Like butter. Now I'm on the GPU die. I want to be extra careful with this, but I'm just literally cleaning off the edges, and you could see very carefully. Actually, I need to leave that light on. I'm gonna switch on to the heatsink. Oh yeah, like butter. When you have a fine grit like this, it's so much better. I'm gonna have to take it over to the trash can and blow off the little flakes. We don't want this to touch any of the SMDs or components. And I'll actually show you again how I protect the SMDs and components around my CPU if you're gonna delid your CPU or the GPU die. I'll show you that in a second. Hang on. Yeah, this thing is very shiny. Alright. That should be good enough for government work, as they say. Let me show you this real quick. So it's going to be hard to see. Come on, focus, you son of a bitch. Oh my goodness, I curse. Dang it, Mikkel, that's all your fault. Focus. Anyways, it's just, I could see the shining. It's like Terminator, right? You got that that liquid that just literally rubbed off. Let me blow this off of the cold plate real quick, and then we'll come back and clean that off. All right. So we got a couple problems that I need to deal with in this video. I gotta remember what I did with that first video. See what chat's saying. joking. All right, cool. All right, GPU die is really coming clean, really good. All right. It scarred it up a little bit, but not too bad. Let me show you. Well, it's being super reflective, so all you can see is the wall. There you go. So, GPU die is good to go. If you actually look around the GPU die, see if it will focus. It's a little bit shiny around the GPU die itself, like the green area. And that's the nail polish that I told you guys about. The nail polish itself will help protect the little SMDs around the outskirts of the GPU. So if any liquid metal falls off or you put a little bit too much, at least you have that layer of protection, okay? The nail polish I showed you guys, you know, in my previous video on improving the thermals for the RX 5700. Jesus, loves me. Look at how dark that is. I show you what nail polish it is. So if you're interested in that, go check out the links in that video, and I'll have it for you. But yeah, you're gonna sit here and rub this heatsink with this liquid metal for a while. It's still gonna keep getting blacker and blacker and darker, and there's nothing you can do about it, because it soaks in. When it's bare copper like this, me and a gentleman on one of my previous videos, I think on the 980 Ti, we were having this this conversation about this, and you know, nickel plated copper would wind up a little bit better. Obviously, you want to make sure it's nickel plated copper, not aluminum. You know, obviously they're both silver, but they are two different elements or two different metals. If you're going to use aluminum, gallium will eat that sucker up like there's no tomorrow, and then you'll come back to not even having a heat sink. It will just have a hole in it, so you got to be very careful. I'm just going to get it as smooth and clean as I can get it. That's about good enough. Again, good enough for government work, as they say. Throw that out. All right, now here's the fun part. We still have one fan that's not working, right? What are we gonna do about that? Well, I'm glad you asked, guys. So what we're gonna do is, I have a fan splitter, right? So on the Asrock H81 mining motherboard, we have only one 4-pin and then one CPU 3-pin. So we're gonna utilize the 4-pin because the up here fans they have their own proprietary 5-pin connector that you gotta connect to their hub. So we got the 4-pin available. We're gonna connect this, and of course, we're going to bust out a Corsair cooling fan. Well, how is that going to work? Well, again, jank, ghetto rigged, whatever wording you want to use. Taking apart this Asrock cooler is actually very easy. There's 4 screws on this heatsink to remove the actual GPU shroud from the heatsink itself. We just have to see how the wires go. So let's see what's up with that. If we can separate this heatsink from the GPU shroud, we'll be in business. Then it's just a matter of putting the fan on it and figuring out a good way to mount it. And of course, I'm probably gonna have to do some jankness, guys. But how's everybody doing today, or this evening? Everybody doing good? Everybody chilling? All right, baby. Talk to me. How do you want to do this? Oh, that was easy enough. All right, let's look at these fan models real quick, because you can order these fans. It's just, you know, typing in Asrock Challenger RX 5700 fan apparently does not work. So I'm gonna get the model for you guys right now. Just give me a second. Woohoo! Sucker was dirty. This is pretty cool. It's very thin. This is not a lot of surface area. I mean, the heat pipes are pretty huge. I think they're... What is that? 7 mil? That's not right. I don't have my my tool to measure. Okay, there's the fan splitter. Okay, okay. And there's the pieces of paper I was using. So which way does this go? Which fan was it that was dying? This one. Yeah, so the card goes on like that. This fan furthest back was the one that's dying. All right, let's see what we can do. Okay, so it looks like 3 screws. I really wish that all the GPU manufacturers would just use the setup that Sapphire does. That would make life so much better. It would make life so much better. Because it's just 1 screw and then a 4-pin. That's it. That's it. But whatever. Alright, so of course I might have to detach it. Let's see here. It's being held down by a screw. Okay. That's fine. Alright. So brushless. Let's see if we can get a picture of it for you guys. Alright, somebody take a screenshot for the community for me. Somebody get ready to take a screenshot. Why aren't you focusing anymore? It was autofocusing and now it's not doing it. What do you mean focus cancel? Nope, not doing it. Alright, I'll take a picture of it. No worries. It's being stupid. Let me get my phone. Take a quick picture of it. Dang it. Rotation. CF1010U12S. DC brushless from Champion. This one was manufactured on July 23rd, 2019. The other fan worked just fine. It's just this one specifically decided to go. Alright, let me put this fan back on real quick so I don't lose the screws and everything. Because I can just order a replacement fan. That's not a problem. Just I couldn't get the right model number, so to speak. Or I couldn't find it. Alright, nobody's at me or chatting me or super chat me, so good. Everybody's chilling, hanging out, watching me make a fool of myself. That's what's up. Love you guys too. Yeah, I think what we got, was Savage Mind going on tonight? Savage Mind is my hero, bro. Like, you guys don't even know. My boy Crypto Mikkel and Savage Mind, them good people. But Savage Mind is local to me. And he comes through. I don't know why Crypto Mikkel is only just now breaking 1,000 and Savage Mind is in the 4,000s. And I'm in the 8s. Like, I'm nothing special. I'm just a regular guy, just like everybody else. The only thing as I did is I kept my GPUs over time, and I put them to work. And I took older GPUs off and let them ride or let them sit. All right, so there's the shroud. And the shroud is going bye-bye. Now I need to get some zip ties and see what's going on. CF1010 UCF from Champion. Good spot. Thanks. Thanks, Roman. Let's verify that real quick. Real quick, like my camera was autofocusing and now it's not, which is really weird. Yeah, CF1010. No, CF1010 I'm gonna type it in live chat right now, so we have it for posterity. So Asrock Challenger RX 5700 series fan, Champion, CF1010 U12S. CF1010 U12S. All right, there we go. Let me get some zip ties. If you guys know about Hondas, you know zip tie life is a part of your being. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter if you're a Honda or not. I mean, honestly, I've seen some really awesome muscle cars, you know, on the track that run freaking zip ties and crap. All right, we got to get some thermal paste on first before I can figure out how the hell we're gonna do this fan thing. So let's do that. Everything's cleaned up. This thermal paste is super expensive. Roman, thank you for the super chat, by the way, bud. Why aren't you zooming? Freaking, or why aren't you focusing, you son of a biscuit? Whatever. Do it live. We'll do it live. Let's see here. My son is really loud playing his game. I can hear him. That should be more than enough. I'd rather have too much than too little. Oh yeah, so, you know, I won't say that this particular, you know, live stream is presented by, but I want you guys to always know that Doge Lord is always an avid supporter of the channel, so I gotta go ahead and throw him in there, and I'll bring you guys right back. I don't know why I just did that. Whatever. Whatever, man. Streams never go well. All right, now which way does this heatsink go? It's got to go this way. Let's check the back plate first. Hang on. Let's check the back plate. All right, so these 4 screws are what went into the GPU shroud. Let's put them back in the shroud so we don't lose them in case I do get a replacement fan. There's a retention bracket. Okay, we're good there. So I'm gonna put this back in the shroud. It's actually harder than you think. There we go. Get a couple threads in just to stop it from falling out. I got like a hardware graveyard in my garage. Because sometimes I just get people that give me like really old computers that I don't really care for, but you don't just throw it in the trash, man. You guys, I'm hoping you're recycling your old hardware properly, not just throwing it in the trash. Because the electronics are valuable, the gold is valuable, the rare earths is valuable. You know, just please properly recycle all your equipment. What I do is over time, as I accumulate, then I have a recycling plant here in Jacksonville. Believe it or not, the reason why rare earths, let me switch topics real quick. The reason why rare earths are cheaper to mine than recycle is because nobody's made improvements in that arena. Now we are. And so it's actually becoming cheaper to recycle it. And the leader in that recycling is actually somebody here in Jacksonville, Florida. So I'm hoping it will continue to grow and we can really utilize the rare earths, you know, on a regular basis and not just throw out all these smartphones and TVs and PCBs, motherboards, whatever. Alright, so let me show you this jank thing that I did with the backplate as well. You guys are gonna get a laugh or a kick out of this. Now I have more thermal pads, but this GPU to me is not really worth it. It really isn't. Alright, so I'm not gonna bring it in close so you guys can see, but basically if you look very carefully, there's 2 colors. There's the red thermal pad and then there's silver. So the red is 2 mil while the silver is 0.5 mil. So basically you need 2.5 mil spacing between the back plate and the back side of the PCB. The only thing is at the time that I did this, I didn't have it, so a little bit jank. But the trick, making fun of my legs, the trick is put it on your knee and give it a slight bow inwards. Because again, the screws are on the outer perimeter. They're on the outer perimeter. And you're not going to get a lot of force or retention where the memory sits. Don't want to bow too much. Alright, that should be good enough. Just a little bit of dust. Okay, so there's one there. Alright, let's put this back on. Now, since it's summertime, you know, depending on where you're located, Obviously, I'm not sure how hot it gets in Canada. I believe it does get warm there. But you guys should be replacing any thermal paste on GPUs that's, you know, over 2 years or older. If you have an ASIC, maybe, you know, do you guys, actually that's a good question. Anybody with an ASIC in the live chat right now? Do you guys do teardowns on your ASICs? And is there any maintenance that you do? I do not have an ASIC. Crypto Mikel, are you going to send me one of those? But I'm curious to know, if you have an ASIC, do you do routine maintenance on it? You know, change out thermal paste, thermal pads, whatever may be on that ASIC. I'm strictly a GPU guy. Just me. Not hating or anything, just saying. All right, we got good contact. We're good. I think the thermal pads that are on the front side with these tiny ass heat sinks are actually, dang it, I cursed again. I'm gonna get demonetized. They look like 1 mil. So the thermal pads on the front side is 1 mil. The thermal pads on the back side, like I said, is 2.5 mil. All right, let's get this heat sink on and see what we can do. Let's see here. So how do you want to go? Do you want to go like this? Yeah, you want to go like that. All right, so I'd like to do it like this because the IO shield obviously is gonna get in the way from sitting properly. Where the heck? Where are you? There you are. There you are. All right, good. Looks like felt like we're making good contact. So let's get this back together again. As with any GPU, you do a crosshatch pattern. Get a couple threads in there. The way the retention mechanism works, it should help you apply force. Max Voltage, I saw you type something. Hang on for me, brother. And don't be cranking on your GPUs, guys. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't need to go ham. I'm not trying to torque spec this thing. You're just trying to get it nice and like, see, I just hit bottom. Take my 2 fingers. Little twists, little twists. This would actually be good in a server case, to be honest. That one case where you're supposed to take off the heat sinks. Just check everything real quick. All right, everything's good. And so there we go. Now we got a bare heat sink. Just all out in the open. Let's see what we can do here. All right, so anybody chatting to me? Let's see what's going on. Oh, Red Panda stopped by. What's up? My bad, man. I'm sorry, I was over here daydreaming. All right, so let's see here. Between Asus and MSI to Gigabyte, which one is your favorite? Roman Coin Empire. Between Asus and MSI and Gigabyte, which is your favorite? Well, right now, Gigabyte for the 3000 series sucks. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ask Red Panda, ask myself, ask many people who use Gigabyte cards. They suck. Obviously, because the thermal solution could have been designed better. The memory thermal pads are too oily. Yada yada yada. Right now, the Asus Tough. Is a really good card, just a little bit higher in the price range. Strix is a little bit too much higher on the price range. Then you got MSI, the MSI Trio, the RX 6800 MSI Trio is what I have in my current system and what you're watching. Those are pretty good cards. So I would go Asus, MSI. Is there a third option? I really like EVGA for Nvidia, but Asus and EVGA for Nvidia, and then Asus and MSI for AMD. Sapphire is one of my favorites. If I can get a Sapphire card, great, but the price is really what kills me. All right, Max Voltage. Did just bang on the wall signaling his son he's being too loud. I did, Max Voltage. I did. Good. Congratulations. You figured out Morse code. So Red Panda, of course, he's got ASICs, but I've done zero. He's done zero maintenance. Run till I die. Hey, man. I ain't fault. I got it. I got it. Crystal clear, sir. Crystal clear. All right, so now we need to figure out how to get this fan mounted to this thing. All right, you always want to check your fans, directional arrows, right? Obviously. So on most open air AIB GPUs, it's a downdraft setup. It's sucking air from the front of the GPU, throwing it at the heatsink, and then it disperses in all kinds of direction. Whereas obviously the new Nvidia GPUs are trying to, one fan is trying to funnel air, you know, through, cooling the core and the memory, and then go out the back, and the other one's trying to draw it up and away. So we're going to be facing the fan. Of course, see our logo towards the outside, because that means we're going to be blowing air this way towards me. So we need to figure out a way to mount it like so. All right, we got to figure out a way to mount it like so. How are we going to do this? I don't know. That's why you guys are here. That's what we're doing. I might not have enough zip ties, to be honest, but we's about to find out. Okay, I see a mounting hole there that I can use for down there. I don't see anything. Oh, I do see one. But does it go all the way through the back plate? No, it does not. Okay, so, and then obviously you want to make sure you're not blocking the PCIe slot with the wire or connection. So it's gotta just be a little bit careful. All right. We might need to bust out the big boys, but the big boys are too big to go in these holes. Let's see here. I can actually just hang it from the top. The top will work just fine. Could probably go through the IO shield, but I can't go through there because then the fan will hit. Let me go get my big ones from my car. Let me go get my big zip ties from my car. These might be a little bit too small. Bear with me one second. Duct tape. Thomas Jackson with the duct tape. Gorilla. I got Gorilla Glue. Do not tempt me, gentlemen. Hang on. Let me go get my zip ties from my car. Hang tight. Hang tight. So in my video that I did recently, I was driving while trying to talk about how I'm scoring GPUs locally. And a lot of you asked me what kind of car I was driving. I have an Acura TL, 4-door, 6-speed. I used to have some pretty awesome cars, but obviously I'm an old man now with a family, so it was fun while it lasted. Okay. Then I can bend that up. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to go get my scissors here in a minute. Which way does it go? Locking mechanism goes downward. Oh, this isn't even the right size. These are two different zip ties. Let's see. Does this one fit? Barely. Okay, so these are two different size zip ties. Son of a biscuit. You know what? We could just go on the outside, technically. Yeah, we can just go on the outside. We don't have to go through the holes as much as I would like to. All right, let's see. Daisy chain, skinny ones together. if your car zip ties are too fat. Yeah. Should I put them through the hole? What you think? Hang on, let me show this. See, that's going to cover the PCB. We do not want to do that. Actually, we could go diagonal if it will let me. It's not long enough. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hang on. Hang on. The heatsink has holes. Duh. Hang on. So these are the screw holes from the original heatsink, but if somehow, I don't know if that's going to be long enough. We're about to find out. I think I have one size a little bit bigger if need be. All I really need is two areas in which the zip ties are gonna lock. Yeah, it's not going down to the threads. Where's the red ones? The red ones will work. Okay, sweat. Sweet. Sweat. Sweat. Sweet. Sweet. Sweat. Come on, you son of a biscuit. Okay, the red ones will work. Let's get the positioning right. Because again, we don't want to block the PCIe slot. I see the messages going. Everybody's like, stop doing it. Don't do it. Okay. That's boom. That's one down. That ain't going nowhere. Okay, now we need a lateral. Because again, these GPUs are going to sit like this. So if we can get one parallel, we should be good to go. Should be good to go. Let me read the live chat real quick. I don't have any copper wire. I wish I did. I ran a 240 volt. I should have kept some damn wire. It's all good. It's all good. All right. There's got to be another section over here in which I can utilize, and it looks like it is. Oh, this is so wrong. I love it. I freaking love it. I freaking love it. Alright, if I can get you to stay like that, that would just be glorious. Come here, sugar pie. Okay. Not touching any VRMs. We're good. Dane's probably cringing at me right now. He's like, good. What are you doing, Serpent? Alright. They ain't going nowhere. That is not going nowhere. There we go. That will do it. That will do it. A little ghetto rigged. Just the way I like it. Obviously, I might need to snip this because it's going to be parallel to another GPU. We don't want it hitting the other GPU. But there you go. Let me switch camera views. So, gentlemen, it is born. Obviously, somebody probably could do a better job than I can, no doubt. All right. I mean, there's a lot of intelligent people in this crypto mining space. I'm just another one of you guys. I am not special and by any means whatsoever. I just like to dabble. Why not? So we've killed an hour, guys. I say the live stream is done. All I gotta do is hook this bad boy back up, get it back up and running. Maybe one day I'll change out the thermal pads, because the thermal pads that I actually have are pretty good. Yeah, see, this is a different one. You see how much longer it is? The thermal pads that I have are pretty good. I got some because you guys kept buying them all after I did the 3080 situation. So I got a big square of, I think this is 2.5. This is 2 mil, right? So this is 2 mil. Big square of it from Thermal Grizzly minus pad 8. Then I have 3 mil from G-Lid, 17 watts per meter Kelvin, very good efficiency. And so maybe I can replace the thermal pads on the back side of the PCB of this. But I think with this fan, obviously, because one of the fans was down, and then the stock RPM is like 200 RPM. But in like hardware info, the memory temperatures were getting up there, 94, 98. Obviously, if drivers reset, which is what was happening, the AMD GPU was resetting, or the drivers would crash, and then all the GPUs. This card by itself was crashing the system. Okay, this GPU, because the memory temperatures were getting so high, would cause the AMD drivers to crash, then causing it to reset, then causing all the other GPUs to reset its clocks, and then the system will go down. Obviously, when it's cooler outside, it's a lot better, but it's about to be summertime, and I won't have this cool Florida air coming off the sea all the time, and I really needed to do something. So this solution should work, but I guess we'll find out tonight. I'll have a wrap-up video about this, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go, I guess you could say. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Anybody got any last-minute questions before I get out of here and test this Frankenstein of a system or GPU? Oh, wood screw. Oh, and a wood screw to aim the fan. Yeah, it's just a temporary solution. Again, the model number I typed up in the live chat. If I wanted to replace the fans, I can always come back to this video and look up that model number. But we should be good to go. So thanks Roman for the super chat. Thank you everybody for stopping and hanging out with my crazy behind. Really appreciate everything. Again, I just can't thank you guys enough. So you guys take care of yourselves. Do me a favor on the way out, hit the like button. Subscribe for more content like this. I'll catch you guys around. Stay tuned for future updates and any random live streams. Sometimes I might do a random live stream on Monday if my wife is working. Because again, I don't have a studio, so my Mikasa Sukasa, and I have to coordinate with the family. And obviously if work allows. But I really appreciate all your patience and you guys hanging out with me and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. And some of you guys I just met, and some of you have been around and OGs in the space, so I really appreciate the support. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a great day, great evening. I'll see you later on this week. Don't forget Saturday, caffeine and crypto. Take care, guys.